Joining us on The Informer via Zoom, all the way in Perth. Her name is Eva Chye. Welcome, Eva.
Well, thank you, George. Hi, everyone.
Now, if innovation could talk, I hear that's one of your latest pursuits, and you're the founder of this fantastic idea, and you're also a director at PricewaterhouseCoopers. You have many strings to your bow. Is there something that you need to do next other than television performer?
I need to slow down. That's what I need to do.
Now,
But
Eva,
it's not impossible.
no, I don't want you to slow down. I want you to become this regular contributor on The Informer and keep us abreast of not only innovation, but how important it is for companies to never stop R&D. Yeah? What does it mean to you? What does R&D mean to you?
Well, R&D means different things to different people, and the common knowledge is the fact that it's to do with coming up with a new product, and that is absolutely correct. But I think there is another part of R&D that is quite often overlooked, and it may not be R&D in the sitting in a lab looking under a microscope sort of sense, but it's more R&D in terms of improving processes. Um, I had Gary Martin, who is CEO of the Australian Institute of Management in WA, say to me once, do you want to be an architect of the future, or do you want to be an architect of decay?
No.
So, we were talking about exactly what does innovation mean, because these days it seems to be a buzzword. So how do you actually fundamentally, from an R&D perspective, look at what you do every day and aim to be better today than you were yesterday?
Well,
That's what R&D means.
I think it's fantastic that that analogy you've given us and the example you've given us, because I'm a great believer that if we try and stay in the now, the so-called status quo, that's where the decay starts. Just as we need to keep pushing to move, that one step beyond the last step, then we're in new territory, new frontiers. And whenever we've challenged ourselves, humanity, whenever it's challenged itself, it's always, more often than not, done something wonderful and seen a new era, a new epoch, come and showcase its way. And I think that, in business terms, is super exciting. At The Informer, for example, we came along with the idea that we were going to do the R&D on the fly. We believed that the marketplace was seeing so many changes. Newspapers were almost yesterday's product, and we wanted to be part of tomorrow's product. And we wanted to bring an array of smart young people who had something to say, something to explain, and something to show us and take us on this journey to tomorrow. And that's why The Informer is this new digital platform, and why we love the idea that we can traverse the country and traverse the globe, and we do it via Zoom.
Well, what I love about The Informer, when, George Hazim first approached me, was the fact that, you take charge of the story. Right.
Yep.
So you are not actually owned by media moguls, who, I guess, so you're dictated in a certain way by how you actually, project, news, cover news stories and have a perspective. You are independent in that sense. And that's what I love about it.
Well, we want to continue that, and we need your input. Now, when you're not doing these things, I hear there's an adrenaline junkie just bursting out of their seams. What are some of your pursuits? What are some of the things that drive you, other than the business endeavors?
Well, I guess because my personal mantra is to be better today than yesterday. So, outside of my professional life, I do different things to stretch my mind. So it could be, doing a book binding class or picture framing class. Or it could be actually deciding to jump out of a plane and I had to do it solo. It's like, no, I'm not going to be strapped on someone's back. I have to experience this in my own way. But I knew I was going through training, so it would be a safe environment. And also, just a couple of years ago, I have started taking adult ballet. Never did ballet as a kid, and to do it as an adult, it's so challenging. But I found that not only is it physically challenging, but there is something mentally challenging about ballet as well. Maybe a little bit like golf, you know. So yeah, I just love to try different things. You never
Well,
know until you
when
try.
you said you jumped out of planes, it reminded me yet again of the rush, the sensory overload that overwhelms you when you leap out and you take that step into the unknown. And we're going to try and do that each and every week. We grab you. We're going to try and follow up on this important thing that you touched on early on, innovation and R&D. We're going to stretch that, and we're going to showcase this every time we grab Eva Chye on The Informer. You agreed and abide by our desire to complete this obligation, then step in to our territory, Miss Eva.
Looking forward to it, George.
All the very, very best. And once again, thank you for joining us. See you soon.
Thank you, and have a great day, everyone.
All the best. Eva Chye, one of our new contributors, who will give us a chance to cover so much new territory. And as you can sense, there's a thrill seeker in there, but she's also deep down an adrenaline junkie. Eva Chye. Thank you, Eva.